Hi, my friends. Are you ready for some sweet fall decor? In today's video, I am going to show you how to make all kinds of faux sweets perfect for fall, Thanksgiving, to put in all your little displays. You're going to love it. Hi, I'm Bonnie Overman. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope my channel will inspire you to lead a more productive, creative, and stylish life. At any age, always on a budget. You know, I'm going to be 74 in October, and I just say it because if I can do it, I know you can do it too at any age. I have confidence in you. I want to thank all my dear sweet subscribers, all my wonderful friends that take the time to watch my videos and comment. Oh, it just means the world to me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so. You don't want to miss the best part of the year, fall, Halloween, and Christmas, especially Halloween. If you're down in the dumps, if you are bored, if you want pure, laughable entertainment, you've got to watch me all October because I come on as a different character in a different costume every time I do a video. It's hilarious. That's all I can say. I do a fashion show. I do a Halloween party. I do a Halloween story at the end of the month. You don't want to miss it. Anyway, and if you like this, please give me a thumbs up. It does help my channel. Okay, it's time. You know how much I love to make faux sweets. Cakes, pies, all of that. Well, you know, I take my cakes, I decorate them for each season. So I'm going to show you my little white cake decorated for fall. I have all my fall pies, my three-dimensional fall pies. They look so real. You can put them on your buffet. You can put them in a little shelf in your kitchen, in the dining room, anywhere you want to. They're so sweet. Brownies, donuts, s'mores. You don't want to miss this. Anyway, I hope you love these. I hope you get so inspired and will make some of these for your kitchen. And I'm going to see you in the next fall video. Bye. Okay, welcome to one of my favorite crafting videos. And it's all on autumn or fall faux sweets. So adorable to put in a kitchen display, on a buffet table. Just warn your guests. On a centerpiece on a table, on a coffee table, in a big basket with leaves and pies. I mean, how cute is that? All right, I want to start first with things you can buy. I want to show you these cute little, looks like cinnamon buns with little pecans on top. Those are candles. I've been seeing more and more faux sweets and candles, and all you do is cut off the wick, and I've kept these for, I don't know, probably had them 25 years at least. Also, think about things you can already buy. These adorable fall donuts with nuts all over them and chocolate drizzles is a dog toy. This is from Dollar Tree, and they had these squeaky donuts, and I think they were painted brown with some dots on them. And all I did is I just went over with some chocolatey looking paint, and then I glued on. If you want the look of faux nuts, you get this hamster bedding. It's called cob. It's like, I think, the cob of corn, and then they just, you know, pulverize it, so to say. Anyway, it's a gigantic bag. You can share it with your friends. I got mine on eBay. But anyway, you do the paint, and then I just did some glue or Mod Podge and stuck all that on. And then I just took some puffy paint and I did some chocolate drizzles. And there you have some fall donuts. So adorable. Brownies. Now, these aren't necessarily decorated fall, but these could very well have caramel sauce and chocolate on them. And these are sponges. Yes, sponges from Dollar Tree. You just cut them up and paint them burnt umber. Burnt umber is like a dark chocolatey thing. Now underneath here is a half of a styrofoam ball. I always use those to get the height. Otherwise your spackle sometimes collapses with a faux cherry on top. Anyway, you can decorate these however you want. I kind of made them year round, so to say. Next thing are my cakes. You know I have white cakes. This is a plain white cake with no fancy frosting. This one over here is a plain white cake, and I put some of the the trim, this lace trim from Dollar Tree. I really don't like it. I'm probably going to rip it off. But I want to show you how you can decorate your white cakes. Now this one here, I started with a little wood slice and I just glued on a faux pumpkin, some acorns, some pit berries, some leaves. And I just set it right on top, and you can just take it off and put something else on. Then around the bottom, I just put some of these on. I have my little tiny squirrels. I forget where I got those. And then down here I have a tiny bale of hay with a squirrel and an acorn and a pine cone. So I always repeat those things on the bottom. My favorite cake is this one. Now, I got these foxes at Dollar Tree. And I don't remember what color they were, but I did not like the color. They kind of were gray or something. I can't remember exactly, but paint your items. These are little wood foxes. You've seen them on my tablescapes I do. They're so much fun for fall. So here's another little cluster I made on a piece of wood with a pumpkin, leaves, some pieces of wheat. I just added some loose fall leaves. And then this is another piece I made, and I just want to show you real fast here. So I took a leaf and just kind of bent it up this way and glued on acorn and pine cones. And when you put it down like this, look at, you don't have to do anything. I added some burlap leaves on the side. I just think it's so, so cute. Next are my pies. Now, you know, all of these pies that I make are pie toppers. They're just flat, okay? So I start with any type of a round. This came from a composition notebook. And on top of it, I usually crumple up some brown craft paper and glue it on. Then I painted the backdrop. This is a blueberry pie. So my blueberries are actually little tiny foam, you know, the foam scatter from Dollar Tree that I painted. Of course, before you put the lattice on, you want to get your base all done before you figure anything else out. Now I want to show you these in the back here. Now this one here was from a cat food container, you know, the big case of cat food. You can see, I leave them really awful on the back to show you what they are. And then I just took and painted it pumpkin pie, what I thought looked like pumpkin pie. And I just gathered some burlap ribbon and glued it around. In the center, I did a leaf and a half of a pumpkin. If you want to decorate with a pumpkin, you can cut them in half. Don't forget that. Now, here's another one that I made. So on these, and here's another one. Now, this one I just stuck in this little pie tin that I have. But here's another one, and here's another idea to make little leaves or something in the middle that looks like crust. Okay, let's go back to this. So what I did here is when I got done with the base, then I gathered my burlap. You can use tarp, you can use any type of fabric you want to use. Make sure to age it. You can see here how I browned the edges just like a real pie would be. I cut out my strips, but anyway, you can see I've aged the crisscross of the crust, the outer part of the crust, and then I sprayed I just used a little bit of hairspray, and I sprinkled on some clear glitter. It looks like clear, you know, the crystal sugar that you put on things, and that's it. Now this I would normally put on a little pie pan. Now here's one of my apple pies, and you can see here I've used a round of cardboard. I've used some this brown paper, and I crumpled it up. And what did I use for apples? Try to think of something that looks like cooked fruit. This is what I use. These are hydrangeas from Dollar Tree, and I just cut them up, layered them up so it looks like sliced apples. And again, you want to age it. You want to come around with distressed ink and age and brown your edges, brown your lattice. You can even brown some of the pie. You can sprinkle on some cinnamon if you want to, and then the crystal glitter to look like sugar. I think looks so adorable. Now, how cute are these pies? Now, I want to say one thing about pies. Add a little bow, and I did a little tiny stamped ticket that says pie on it. And now you have the perfect little decoration for fall because you made it fall. For Christmas, you could actually put on a cute red and white check bow, a little Santa tag on here that says pie, and it would be beautiful for Christmas time or springtime or any time, especially the blueberries kind of go anytime at all. All right, you all, let's talk about this adorable little cast iron pan with some s'more brownies in it. This is a plastic toy from Dollar Tree they sold. What I did is I glued some pieces of cardboard to raise it up. So when I put this, you can see this little thin top of foam board. You can see actually inside. See those little blocks I have in there? So that it looks like it's baking. It's pulled away from the pan a little bit. Now, how did I get the graham crackers, the marshmallows, and these chocolate chips? I made them. This is a little piece of foam board. And what I did is I cut them in little pieces that look like graham crackers, paint them, and I stuck with a pencil these holes and just took some brown paint and put it in there to highlight them. But you can see it looks like graham crackers. And then my marshmallows and chocolate chips are all made from air dry foam clay. And here's some big marshmallows. You're going to see them for Christmas. I have them with little snowman faces, but these are the little ones. You just make them by hand. Roll a ball, flatten them out a little bit, and they're hard as a rock. I can't squish them or anything. And just make some little chocolate chips. You just do a little ball, make a little point at the top, and you have chocolate chips. And I cover the chocolate chips in burnt umber, and then I put glossy Mod Podge. So it gives them a look like they're almost melting. Can you see how that's kind of glossy? Now, I take my marshmallow and I age it. I put a little bit of some distressed ink on it, and I dab on a little bit of watered down black paint, and I take a toothpick and I make all these little dots, which kind of look like it's been roasted over a fire or in an oven. All right, you guys, I hope you love all these things. If you're a pie lover, you gotta make these. If you love cake, you've gotta make your white cake, and we'll decorate it for every single month. I decorate them differently. Gather up your little animals to do tiered trays or cakes, and just pile it on. I think fall's all about abundance and lots of food and calories and the whole thing. I hope you love this. I hope you got so inspired most of all. And I'm going to see you in the next fall video. Bye.